Let's talk ObjectScript. ObjectScript is a JavaScript just applied to a single object or frame. It could be changing the color or shape of the object, or it could be manipulating the data of the object, like deleting a column in a table. Let's take a look at what script actually does. I have a small table here, and if I apply a script while dragging this out, it can do something with the table. For instance, if I take this one and drag out, you can see it's styled in a different way, but also it got rid of, the empty column here. Let's take a different approach. Overset text, for instance. If I drag this on out, nothing will appear to the object. It's just a few merge markers inside it. But if I take one of the product that are using more characters, it will mark the text as overset because it can't fit in within the frame. Let's take another example, like random text and colors. If I just take a look at the snippet design itself, I've just repeated the text over and over again to get a little bit more text. But normally, if I didn't have applied a script to it, it would be normal text. If I drag this on out, it will actually give us a random font size and also a random color from the color panel. If we click on this frame here and navigate to the frame settings panel, that's the bottom number 5 here in Extreme. And as you can see, in the ObjectScript pop-up menu, we have selected a script here, and we also sent information 5.12, meaning that it can choose between 5-point to 12-point text, random, so we get this look of the element. What we will be working with today is actually the standard regular design, and just to give you an idea of what this will look like, if I drag this one to the page, you can see this is the normal look of the design. If I take the Gallia instead and drag this one to the page, it will change it first to a different color and also to a star instead of the circle. Here we have the fruits, and if we take one step up, you can see at the bottom we have a script here, and the one that I will start with are the arcs. The arcs is how it's sending data from InDesign document to the script, and we are passing that information to the script. We are passing a lot of other information like the document number, the spread number, the page number, the item number, but those I don't need, so I will delete them and simply press my delete. The next thing I will do is I will take from the arcs and get a position called script arguments, and the script arguments was what was in the small argument field here. So this information in this case will be 18 that will be sent to the script, and because I'm in Denmark, we actually separate the dollar from the cent with a comma instead of a dot. I will make some adjustment for that, but let's move a little bit down. First of all, I will take that script information and get a script value from that, so that will be equal to the script argument. And this I will split into parts using a comma, and I will join them using the dot instead. So now I have replaced the comma within the price with a dot. If you are a US citizen, you don't need to do that. The next thing we'll do is we will take the page item and not the text frame in this case. So I'll choose page items, and I will get the item by the ID number that I received from the arguments up here. So now I have connection to the element itself, And this is, I think, will be my first step that I could start by testing. And a good way of testing it could be this rotation. I don't need that. I could send an alert, and the alert could be hello, something like that. And I will save this script into the same folder, of course, and I will call it new prices, save, and to the background element here I will select my new prices and of course send in the prices to the script. Okay, now I can simply drag it back and call this one start. And if I try to drag start to the element here, it will come with a dialog saying hello, and it will, merge things into the element. So now we know that we have exactly executed the script in the way that we like to have. Next thing is that we will take the information from the script value and say if the script value is bigger than 20, the box itself should be yellow. Box fill color equals to yellow. And we need to also set the box to have a fill tint to equals 100. Let's try that and see how it goes. I just removed the alert here. That's fine. Save it, and then I will try it. So again, I'll drag my start into the page. Then nothing really happened when it's 18, but if we take the Gallia, for instance, I think it's a little bit more expensive. You can see now that the color and the tint of the element has changed. So the script itself was very few lines of code, and of course you can add extra information into it. For instance, I would like it to grow a little bit, so the price and everything in it should be a little bit bigger, and it's quite easy to do also. So if it's more than 20, it should be a little bit larger. So the first thing I will do is I will add a value of scale value, I think I will call it, equals to 1.0. So if it's just the normal size, I will do nothing in it. But if I have a value of more than 20, it should have the scale value equals to 1.2. So it will be 20% larger if the value is bigger than 20. Okay, so the next thing I will do is I will go and copy and paste something from this one. So I will of course take you through all the lines, but basically what this is doing is that it will use the center as a center scaling point. That is the same as selecting the center point here. That's the first line here. And the two next line is horizontal scale equals to what scale it is already, and multiplied by 1.2 if it's larger than 20, else it will only do the 1.0 scaling. I'm using my group, but I haven't really gotten my group. So what I'm doing is I'm saying I will need to get the group itself. I only got the round circle, the oval, so my group should be the parent of that object. So that should be my box and the parent of that box, something like that should do. Okay, I'll save it again, and let's try once more. Take the same start for the Gallia and drag it to the page, and as you can see, the circle here is a little bit bigger here than it is here. And the next thing I will do is I will add some extra code. If my script value is bigger than 30, I will add some code that will make the circle to a star instead. And I have it here. convert box to star. There's a little bit more lines, and I don't want to be a burden here, so I'll just copy this one. I can walk very fast through it. I will just enter this in a function, and I will call that function from this part of the code, so saying that my box should be calling the code down here. And what it does is it takes the box and it gets the bounds of the box. Then it will calculate the width and the height of the box, and also where it's located on the page. The box itself is located in a specific position, and then it will do a little bit of math here. It will go into a loop, and what it will do, it will make a star insert of 20%. So every other point on the circle will be calculated based on standard cosinus and sinus. So this is what the convert to a star will do. Of course, you can send more parameters than the box to the script, and it will do all the tricks that you need. I can see I have a spelling error here. Just enter this one, and I will save this one and drag this one to the page. It is standard. If I take the Gallia and move that one to the say, it will convert it to a star and still in a yellow color. So this is a good example what you can do with a script. Just give an idea what can be done here with a catalog. And we will have small prices, relatively depending on the design. For prices lower, then it will be a little bit, different in colors and shapes depending on the prices of the product. But this is absolutely doable, and it is not a 1,000 lines script. This was a little bit about ObjectScript. Hope you enjoyed it and are ready to explore it. Thank you for now.